Hello and welcome back to True Quieter. I hope you guys don't mind, but really quick, I just want to dedicate this episode to Charlie Kirk.
Yes.
When we were gone last week, everyone knows he was assassinated. I haven't been well since then. I'll be honest with you. I haven't taken this too well.
Me either. I don't know what to do. I can't express the feelings. I can't express anything. And I can't say that I'm a huge Charlie Kirk guy. I probably only started like watching some of his videos in the past few months. And here and there, it's not like I'm like a turning point guy. I've been like in it, but the whole idea of what died, not just a man, what died there. And the day before 9/11, which is typically a pretty shitty day for me because my oldest daughter was born on 9/4/2001. And when that shit happened, when she was a week old, that was a fuck day for us.
Yep.
To have that happen with a 7-day-old baby, a week-old baby. It's just, it fucks you up. So 9/11 is always a big problem for me, and I never know how to say anything or be anything or anywhere. And the day before that happening was just like, fuck, really? So yeah, definitely sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a shock. All right, you don't expect you don't expect something like that to happen to Charlie Kirk at a university
Or anyone.
He's just talking
to anyone, like that's just like just speaking, like
Yeah.
not like you're
It's not supposed to happen.
you're not a lawmaker who like has enemies. You're not sides or whatever. It's just you're talking, and part of one thing that attracted to him to me when I started watching was there's a video of him talking to the black woman with her baby, and he's just like, oh, that's your gift, a precious gift, and the whole idea of the family and the children and being there for the family and the children, and like that was like the one thing that hooked me. It wasn't about color, it wasn't about anything, and then I kept hearing, oh, racism. I'm like, well, I didn't get any racism with any of that.
No.
It was always accepting and whatever. Yeah, you know what? Just because you believe illegals should be here doesn't mean they should be here.
Mm-hmm.
They've broken the law. They don't get due process. Due process does not exist for those people. What exists is you break the law, you get prosecuted accordingly. It's a trip back home, then it's a trip back home. You're not put in jail. You're not nothing. You're just sent back to from whence you came.
Correct.
So there's really nothing on that side that anyone can say like no one even now even has like an instance where they say, oh, it was racist. There's an excerpt of something that is taken out of context, which by itself, yeah, anything can sound racist if you take it out of context. But the idea of what he said, or even the whole idea of the statement that he made about the Second Amendment, we have to have deaths to maintain our rights. But part of that whole thing is, well, you have 50,000 automobile accident deaths per year.
Yep.
But no one's outlawing cars.
Yeah.
So the whole compare and contrast of that was basically you're going to see something. How many people die of water overdose by chugging water too much and stupid things like that? I mean, drowning.
Well,
So-
drowning.
These things.
Right, but even a drowning, so we got to outlaw everything that creates a danger is basically what they're saying is comparable, and all the point was that you're going to see negative effects with everything you bring in. Everything you bring in. Healthy people, super healthy people have heart attacks because they are way too healthy. You need a little bit of fat, you need a little bit of something in your diet. I mean, the guy that Runners magazine guy that was like the peak of fitness in the 70s and just dropped dead just one day. No fucking reason. Just that's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's just it's I'm still trying to process all of it. But
See, I followed Charlie for at least 3 years, and that's what I liked about him the most, is that he's very articulate. He doesn't come off as someone that's just going to present something because they've heard about it. He actually has facts, statistics, and he backs every single thing up. And if he's wrong about something, he's corrected himself many times. He's not ashamed of that. The guy was an honest guy. I mean, it was just
yeah,
it always just seems like it's a set of rules for certain people. And then for the rest of us, we have to try to assimilate to that.
yeah, yeah. It's the rules for I and the rules for thy is ridiculous.
So I because of Charlie, and we've talked about it, Armando, that you and I are atheists, but we're respectful to other religions. I actually, because of Charlie, started thinking a little bit more, and after he got killed, I started thinking these people that are reacting to it are absolutely evil, and the evil side of it is from the devil. And I started thinking, well, hold on a minute, I'm atheist. If I don't believe in God, then I don't believe in the devil. So if I'm starting to believe now that there is a devil, then there's got to be a God.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say I'm an atheist. I'm an agnostic. I don't believe
Sorry,
in
I don't want to miss.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying I'm not going to say that I am an atheist. I am just an agnostic, and many years in Catholic school and Catholic church has turned me off of organized religion and not wanting to be part of any organized religion. But in that, we've never been a church household. Kim and I, girls, have never really been. We didn't make them go to church. They've gone to church for deaths and weddings and stuff like that. They've never really gone to church. My youngest, about a year ago, started going to Christian church. And this was the one part of this that really gets to me, is that she's exploring something for her on her own that I don't believe in, that it's a place for me or something that I want to go, but she has found a home and she's found some sort of peace with herself with it. And that's how she wants to live her life. And then see this happen with, just because you're a Christian and you have Christian beliefs, this is what can happen. That's another side of it that it just pisses me the fuck off, because my child could essentially be prosecuted or persecuted for having these beliefs.
Well, wasn't he persecuted since day one? Since the reason why he got crucified in the first place?
Yeah.
So it never stops.
No,
Because,
it's
and I'm the same way. I'm not Catholic or anything like that, and Christian, or I just, at the end of the day, it's your point of view. It doesn't matter what religion you are. It's your point of view, how you want to live your life. I don't have any problem with that, as long as it doesn't affect me. You do you, I'll do me, we're good. I'm not going to go and kill somebody just because they want to do something completely different to me, or have an argument of their opinion towards something that doesn't match mine. It's like, okay, cool, whatever. We can argue about it, but that's about as far as it's going to go.
yeah.
So
exactly.
I had a meeting with a potential client here in my town earlier this week. And before I left my house, I was on social media and I made a comment to someone that was being ugly about Charlie. You could probably imagine the comments. And I told them they were ugly for making that comment, and I hope they do better. And I left. I had my meeting, and I'm in my car letting it warm up. And I look at my phone, and there's a direct message. It says, "You're the type of person that needs to be next." And it was from that person that I sent that message to. And it enraged me. I was just, there was things going in my head that I was just like, okay, this is what I want to do to that person. As soon as I see them, this and this and that, and I was like, you know what? This isn't right. I need to fix this. I can't have this going on in my head. And I did something I never thought I would ever do. And on my way home, I pulled into a church. Haven't been to a church in probably 30 years. And talked to a pastor there and cleared my head.
Yeah, it's a little crazy right now.
Yeah.
If it's not divided before, it's definitely divided now. And we're not, and since Charlie's passed, the Republicans or Christians or the other side of the fence, this is the tipping point of like, we've had enough, we're not going to put up with it no longer.
Yeah, yeah. And the funny thing is, we could have blown this motherfucker up, but everything is peaceful. Everything is respectful. Everything is about the honoring of that. And that's the huge difference that you see in when something like this happens is we know that we want this country to be great. We know that we want this country. This is our country. We know that this is our land. This is everything. This is our possession. This is everything in these borders are ours to uphold and to hold high in high regards and to be respectful and thankful for all of it. So we're not going to go out there and destroy a city that's ours. It's the same as like getting pissed off and destroying everything in your house. Like,
yes.
What the fuck did that prove? What does that prove? It proves nothing other than you care nothing about nothing.
You know what's funny is I had this friend growing up. His brother, every time he went into this rage, he started putting holes in the walls, just fist through walls everywhere. In his room, in his brother's room, in his sister's room, holes in the wall everywhere. Ran out of walls to put holes in. I finally realized this is a house that is toxic. I don't want to be here anymore. And I stopped going to that friend's house. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how this feels. I don't want them in my house in this case.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's sadly, it's putting more light into more, not sadly, the situation is sad, but the hope is that more people want to do what's right. More people want to see how toxic the shit has become. The woke movement, the idea of the smallest portion of our country is demanding the biggest, most excessive change that we've ever seen in the country, like quickly. And they're demanding it. It's not like, hey, just accept me. No, it's the demand. And
well, here's the funny thing. And I don't mean to cut you off, but it's not just in this country. Over the weekend, we saw it in South Korea. We saw it in Australia, all over the UK. People came out in droves.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're sick of it.
3 million people just in England.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's everywhere. But it's the world is going, you know what? This whole idea of woke and allowing all these alphabet soups to control. You get a 1% of the population that wants to control everything. The idea of the majority and what the majority wants is all of us in the middle. There's the far extremists that are just fucking stupid and crazy, that whatever. But it is that 1% at this side that is the alphabet soup, and the 1% at this side, which wears white hoods, and these are what everyone in the middle kind of gets compared to and contrasted to. But all of us in the middle don't really care what the other two do.
We just want to be left alone.
What most of us, the 98% of us, want is a clean, sane, safe life. We want to be able to have a family. We want to be able to have our kids have families. We want to be able to enrich ourselves, to grow our families, to be successful, to teach your kids to be successful, to have your kids grow on to be in the same mindset and to want to move forward and enjoy and love and respect the country. And it's not perfect. There's nothing that's going to be perfect ever about this country, but it's perfect for us.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with making sure laws are followed. At what point do you stop saying, okay, only this law we can start following, this one we can throw it out just because it hurts my feelings? There needs to be an understanding. It just doesn't work that way. Look at Nepal that just happened. Nepal fell. And their new leader was voted on with a social media app.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... No, well, and everything else. I mean, the Muslim takeover in the European countries with all this ideology of we just want to bring up those that are less fortunate. But the problem with those that are less fortunate is they come with baggage.
Mm-hmm.
And until you realize what that baggage is and you want to accept the fact that you're going to allow the baggage in, but you're going to keep it at a minimal, you're going to vet them to make sure that they're coming in without being a problem. And yes, our citizens are problems. Yes, we have the shit in every race, color, creed, everything has their shit. So I don't want to hear, well, what about Americans that are, well, yeah, there are Americans that are shit too, but I mean, we don't need to invite any more shit in. We already have enough shit. We have enough shit. We don't need to invite more shit in for this.
And that's why I think we see Trump now trying to fix that, because if we get rid of the shit that was brought in, the shit that's already here, we can fix it.
Right.
It's burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't think people understand that. Like, okay, Memphis is they're saying right now being invaded by the National Guard. And I have a lot of friends in Memphis, and I can tell you right now, the police are welcoming this. The mayor has said, we don't need it, but I'm not against it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of citizens overwhelmingly saying this is going we welcome this.
Yeah. I mean, the only ones that don't want it in Memphis are the criminals.
Correct.
Or the
misunderstood,
or the liberals that want to say, "Oh, you're targeting these people." No, you're not targeting these people. You're targeting criminals. You're targeting bad people. The whole idea of the watchdog, they're not taking over, whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's a deterrent.
But even the whole idea of even the ice thing is the other part of it. Oh, well, you're going to come in and you're sending ICE. Well, okay, ICE isn't deporting citizens, and there's all these freaking liberals saying, "Oh, I know they're. Are you afraid they're going to deport you?" I'm like, that's fucking racist to assume that I'm going to get deported. I'm sorry. Funny? I was fucking born here. Let's see. I have a passport. I have a TSA pre-check. I have kind of everything that you possibly need. I own property. I own cars. I have bank accounts. I have a savings account. I have a 401k. I have everything that I possibly need. What, when your right mind, would make you believe that I don't have enough information to make them say, "Oh, that guy doesn't belong to go home"?
So here's the funny thing. I'm going to tell you a funny story. As you know, I'm a proud owner of a new BMW. Yes, I know I brag about it. Chris is probably just cringing right now that I bring it up again.
We'll fix that problem when you come and you're like, where did Chris go? Man, I should have bought a Mercedes.
So I told my mom that I bought it in Alabama. She's like, "What do you mean you bought it in Alabama?" I'm like, "Yeah, I drove down to Alabama, Jennifer and I, we picked it up and we drove back with it. She drove her car back and I drove my new car back." She's like, "Wasn't it dangerous? Are you safe? Was it safe?" And I'm like thinking to myself, like, what is she talking about? So I'm like, "It was perfectly safe. Why? Was there a weather thing or what?" And she's like, "Well, no, I heard ICE is over there." And I said,
you're Your mother lives in. Let's clarify this. Your mother
Yeah.
lives in California and listens to KTLA News.
Yes. Love my mother though. Love my mother.
Yes.
So she's like, yeah, well, I'm hearing things. I'm like, what things? She's like, that they're deporting everyone. I'm like, you can't deport citizens. She's like, well, they might round you up. I'm like, I have an ID.
Yeah, I have information. I have information. I have insurance. I have everything that says that I belong here. I don't know how they're going to deport me.
So she says,
all they need to do is look into the freaking system, and they find my name, and they go, "Oh, this motherfucker's been here forever. Oh yeah, this motherfucker got a freaking ticket for this and this back when. So it's
yeah. So she goes on. She tells me that she's worried because she hears things, and so she carries a passport with her. I didn't know the woman had a passport. She's never left her city.
well, maybe she needs it to go to Orange County.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. She worked in Orange County.
You just never know.
So I was like, okay, this is how I know what they're being told on the news in certain areas that are blue is total bullshit.
It's
to create mass
ridiculous.
hysteria.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Scare the population.
It's
Oh, yeah.
Easiest
I mean,
way to control someone.
look, I hope my mom listens to the show. So, Mom, if you're listening to this episode, I love you. I swear to God, I love you. But and I know you don't like when I talk to you about politics. But you have
Stop
to
watching
listening
KTLA.
you have to stop listening to KTLA and the local 9 news and that sort of thing because it is garbage information. This is why their ratings are down. And they're only up in certain areas like yours is because the people know if you knew the truth about what's going on and not half truths or spins or anything else like that, then you would be scared, and you should be scared. Because if you look at it, if you look at their track record, what they did to Bernie Sanders, what they did to Joe Biden, they don't give you choices. Bernie Sanders was elected to be nomination for the DNC, and they gave it to Hillary. Remember? And then they did the same shit with Biden. So don't tell me that it's our side that is doing these fascist things, because that is the epitome of fascism. Giving you a candidate without your approval or vote.
For forcing something upon you which you have no control over is the exact definition of fascism.
Or killing someone because you don't like their opinion and you want to shut them up and their movement.
Yeah.
Or trying to kill a president, an ex-president or a current president or an electoral president or candidate.
Exactly.
3 times.
So I was just looking at how since Charlie's been gone, how all these countries are starting to do their big revolt now, starting to stand up and stop immigration and all this kind of stuff. So Australia had their biggest march, I know in Melbourne, because they're allowing. So Australia only has a population of 30,000. 27 million people. Amanda, since you're on your computer, look up Texas population. They're allowing 33,000 immigrants into the country a month.
Yeah. Texas 2024 was 31.29 million people.
Size of Texas is in Australia.
Yeah. For comparison, Florida is 23.37. So somewhere in between Texas and Florida population
is the whole of Australia.
is a whole of Australia, which is the area of the Western U.S.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's pretty crazy. And when you look at it like that and you wonder why, and you look at England is a speck. It's like this big compared to America.
It's
And they're allowing way more people in than what we are. So they're all starting to be sick of it because the crime's going through the roof. And the only way to fix that is to push them out of the country, which is round them up, send them back, and then just do exactly what Trump's done, is bring out the National Guard to create order again. Because this is the worst this country has ever been when it comes to violence. It comes to attitudes and how people react to things. Like I've never, in my 48 years, I've never known this country to be where it is right now. No one respects anyone under the age of under 25. The respect level, I reckon 75% don't have respect for everyone else. The 25% couldn't give a shit. Maybe it's 30%. Because of how they're being brought up in the last 10 to 15 years, it's not the same family values as what you saw in the Huxtable household or the Waltons or anything like that.
no.
This is more like the Bundys.
You destroy the family.
Not even the Bundys.
Not even the Bundys. The Bundys always stick together. The Bundys might have talk shit to each other, but at the end of the day, Bundys all banded together and would kick anyone's ass that came after the Bundys. So
Correct.
no, so that's. I mean, yeah, they're crude. I mean, even Roseanne, rude, crude, obnoxious, but you fuck with one of them, you fuck with all of them.
Yeah, and it's not like that anymore. It's like kids backchat parents these days. It's you got 13-year-olds saying, "No, you're wrong. I'm right. And this is how I'm going to live in this house." Like they just don't respect the parents anymore.
Do you guys remember?
Get worse.
Do you guys remember? At one point, we had my wife's sister living with us for a little bit. She was still in high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, when you were in Murfreesboro or still in Colorado?
We were still in Colorado. Yeah.
You're still in Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was one of those rebellious kids. I mean, she went through foster homes and adoption and that sort of thing. So there's that going on. But we gave her a loving home, gave her a lot of things, gave her a chance to start over, put her in one of the better schools in the district, did all of that. And she still decided to take a knife to school for no reason, just because she was picking fights with other girls. And then one day we found that she just ran away. We're like, okay, fine, we're done. It's not our child.
Yeah,
but we were trying to help.
There's so much you can do, and then there's when you just gotta go. Okay, I think that's kind of we can't do anymore because if you can't accept it or see that someone is there for you, it becomes hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
And you kill yourself and you'll kill your relationship trying to keep that going. You guys would have eventually fought and probably saw your demise trying to keep that going if you hadn't really like dug down and go, we have to step away. It's going to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a tough decision, but sometimes that's one of the decisions you have to make.
Yeah. Not everybody can be saved.
Yeah. If you think you're adult enough to run away, then okay, bye.
Yeah. It sucks, but it is that tough love that has to happen that, most people don't even want to deal with.
Mm-hmm. That's unfortunate, but I mean, these days you young kids need to start early realizing your actions will pay tenfold in the future.
Yeah, but the problem is they don't see what their actions cause because they're too busy watching YouTube, social media, and they don't realize is that they're seeing someone do something that's not right and get away with it because it's not real. It's all made up. Like all these pranks you see on the like at malls and all this kind of stuff, they're pranking their friends. Because if that was a real person, there's no way in hell
Right.
that would get away with that.
You
Right.
continue to be alive. Yes.
Yeah, because if someone come up and pranked me, hit me with a pillow across the head at Walmart or whatever else, they'd be on the floor. They wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be just sitting back like, ha ha ha, it's funny. No.
Well, there was that one guy that got shot in the mall.
Yeah.
He kept harassing this DoorDash guy.
Yep. So, it's just these kids are growing up way different to what we did because we knew what ramifications were. I never, ever, ever back-chatted a police officer.
I did one time, and
Never.
you know what happened? He threw my ass on the curb. He was wearing it was a motorcycle cop. So he was wearing one of those helmets with a hard bill, and he put it right in my forehead, and he kept pecking me like a chicken. He's like, "You want to be a smart ass? You want to be a smart ass?" And I was like,
California cops
okay.
are the worst.
And I was like, okay, I fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, but you always respected them. Like even at home in Australia, like the police aren't like American police. They'll come. You can go up to an Australian police officer and have and talk to them like out of the blue. Doesn't matter. Approach their car, talk to them. In America, you can't do that. You'll get a shotgun in the face, or you'll get a door smashed into your legs, or what are you doing talking to me? Get on the floor. All this kind of shit. You can't approach police officers here like you can in Australia. But
It depends. It depends.
Well, if
Because
you're in a
if
country
it's-
town, it's a lot different. But if you're in a
Yeah.
city where there's more crime, like you can't approach
Because
police.
they are far more on guard.
Yeah, but there's no need to be.
Oh yes, there is.
But if the crime was not there, no need
Then
to be,
then right.
right? So that's
right.
what Australia was like. Like Melbourne, when I was growing up as a kid, you could walk up to a police officer and whatever else. Now, with all the immigration and everything coming into Melbourne, you can't do that anymore. They're already on edge. Like you can't just, and that's that shift. It's crime that changes the perception the police officer has to the public. Of I can just walk around with a gun in my holster and I can just go about my day. Nothing's going to happen to me walking down the street. Someone can come up and talk to me, no problems. In America, that was maybe 40 years ago you could do that. But you can't do that now because they're so far on edge, they don't know who's walking up to them, where they're from, what's going to happen to them. And it's all because of immigration and crime.
Recently, California just had passed legislation that said that law enforcement can't wear a mask over their face. And my argument against that is simple. Enforce the laws against doxing law enforcement. Then they won't have to be worried about their life or their family's lives.
Correct.
But you won't do that because you think it's wrong. You think it's somehow free speech to threaten people. And for what? Because you don't enforce laws. They wouldn't be there. Why? Because there's so many illegal immigrants causing havoc on our economy and social system.
Like the biggest thing I find now is like it's all these protesters and pro-Palestine and Ukraine and this and whatever else. They are probably the biggest troublemakers right now because they don't do anything by the law. They don't respect anybody. You can't have, and just like Charlie used to do, he would have a conversation with someone and then you debate your problem. I'll say my view, you say your view, and we'll debate it until we get to a common ground where we can either both disagree or we both agree on something. You can't go to a Palestine rally and have a conversation with any of them. Because as soon as you open your mouth, they scream at you and fight and don't want to listen to anything you've got to say. That is half the problem of where this country's at, because one side wants to talk about stuff and the other side doesn't want to talk at all. They just want to yell and scream and create chaos.
There was a town hall meeting, I think it was in Michigan, either yesterday or today. I saw a video of it just a little while ago. The mayor wanted to bring in a Hezbollah rec center or something like that. And a citizen spoke up, and the mayor is Muslim. And the citizen spoke up and said, I think it's insensitive to bring a Hezbollah titled, center when this is a terrorist organization that has caused the death of many Americans. The mayor lashed out at the citizen and said, shame on you, you're Islamophobic. I pray for the day that you no longer live in my city.
So,
Yeah. That's their mindset. That's the way they think.
but the whole thing is, you're in America. Like, you need to assimilate to American ways.
Well, the problem with bringing over the people that are not coming over here to be part of the American way, they want to keep their religion intact, is we're a nation that's built on Christian values.
Mhm.
Regardless of what your religion is, this country was built on Christian values. The idea of everything that's in the law books that started from day one was based upon Christian values. Yes, there's a clause about separation of church and state, but the separation of church and state doesn't mean that you can't have Christian values. The idea is that the Pope isn't going to be the president.
Mhm.
That's the idea of the separation of church and state, is that your mayor is not also your pastor, although sometimes it can be, but it's not the way it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be dictating from the church to citizens. That's the idea of separation of church and state. Not well, you can't have religious, you can't have a pledge of allegiance that says under God. No, it has nothing to do with that. We are at the very basic form of our Constitution is a Christian value system.
Yeah.
So when you invite these people, the Muslims that hate Christian values, then you're opening up to so much conflict.
It doesn't matter how much you protest about another country in another country. Nothing happens. Like, it's just not going to happen. You can speak and scream as loud as you want. It's not going to change what's happening there. The only way to change something is get on a plane and go there. Screaming from the Empire State Building about Palestine not going to help Palestine in another country.
Or some actress on stage winning a little statue
No.
that's Jewish that has never been to Israel or Palestine saying free Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
Make it make sense.
Yeah. It's just, all it is to create chaos in that country. That's all it is. Because it's the same as my HOA at home. I don't care what you do across the street unless it impacts my life. And if it impacts my life, I'm going to go over to the neighbor and say, hey, you're impacting my life with what you are doing right now. And it's done. I literally crossed the road into their property and told them face to face. I didn't go to my HOA and say anything because nothing's going to happen. It's like yelling and screaming to the government. Nothing's going to happen. So you do it face to face. That's why I tell everybody that it's no use screaming in a crowd about another country that you have no control over. Because no one's listening. People are seeing it, but no one's really listening. Do you think Trump goes, oh shit, there's 10,000 people protesting about pro-Palestine. I have to do something. No, he doesn't give a shit. Because these governments should only have to worry about the people in their country. Let the other people in the other countries worry about what they're doing. Because I've always said it back. I'm going to say it again. You always look after your country first. Until your country is 100% going well, then you worry about other people. Until then, fuck everybody else.
Yeah,
if every country just did that, we'd be a far better off world.
Yeah, you can't have charity outside of your home until you have enough inside of your home to be able to afford to give charity out. And when we have so many people that are already inside of our borders that need to be not necessarily given charity, but given consideration, given whatever they might need. Veterans get lost and left. We have a homeless problem. We have a mental health problem. People need to have those resources to be able to buck that trend and turn that back around. You're always going to have people that will want to be homeless and just aren't going to be there. But where we're at, I can guarantee you now, if you were to poll all the homeless people that are out there, 90% of them don't want to be there. They're only there because of the situation.
Yep.
And the other 10, they're just so far gone and basically just done that they're okay.
People.
They're the real homeless people.
Yes.
And then you have the people that are homeless because of circumstance.
Correct. And can't get out of that.
Can't get out of that because there's no support. There's nothing for them to get to. Right.
There's supposed to be support, but the support that's supposed to be there for them failed them.
Because it's being used on immigrants
and everyone else and abused.
It's
abused.
Funds, abuse and funds are being misappropriated. Yes. Look at how many reports that they found where these donations were sent for X and only a portion was spent on X and it went to Z because of whatever, because this company that's associated with this company is this company's parent company and this and this and that, so it can be funneled that way.
Yeah. Or the politicians that agreed upon it, and then you find out that
kickback.
And you find out that they gave this contract to his cousin who now uses half of it for this, and then it gets kicked back a half. The other half gets kicked back to the politicians that made it approved. So it's there's too much of that. It's funny as we see this on TV through movies and whatever, and no one wants to believe that that's actually true for their side. I mean, it goes for both sides. I mean, you want to believe that the person you voted for is there for good, but the problem with the world is people. People get a little bit of power, a little bit of money, and the greed fucking takes over. That green monster comes and takes over, and it's just inherent to the human nature.
If you show people the Saul Alinsky playbook or the communist playbook or any other playbook of that sort of thing, you can show cause and correlation from their example to examples now.
Mm-hmm.
Look at 1984. People thought it was just like, whoa, that's a good book. Mm-hmm. Not looking like a good book now. It's looking like a good fortune telling.
It's a terrible synopsis of where we're at. It's like, fuck, really? So, yeah.
The scary thing, though, is there are so many people on the left that have said that they approve of killing a political opponent if they don't agree with them. And they did a poll, and it came out to 6-1 on the left have said that they're okay with this. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just loving how all these lefties are losing their jobs after, posting shit on
teachers, man. Doctors. Judges, police.
We kind of knew it was going to be the teachers. I mean, that's kind of where the root of a lot of liberalism sits. It's come from the teachers that are continue to push the agenda, fighting anything that they see that they don't want to be involved with, and creating an issue with it.
Yeah. But I just love, and this is what I'm talking about with the tide changing, is that all these lefties could say whatever they wanted for the last 6 years, and nothing happened. Yell and scream, say profanities, say, I'm going to go kill someone, I'm going to go kill this, and you need to be taken out. And well, guess what? Now that Charlie Kirk's been shot, now we're not putting up with it. Everyone's getting called out. People are losing their jobs. You know, we all know someone on Facebook in the automotive industry that came out and said, "Do Trump next." Did you guys see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's called Shauna Ayers.
Yeah.
I'm
Good
not
old-
ashamed to say her name. Fuck
Good
her.
old Miss Nitro years.
I've had interactions with her. She was a former client of mine, and we had a contract, right? The contract had specific wording on what my scope of work was going to be. I did my scope of work 100%. She was happy with it. A year later, she blasts me and says that I didn't do anything for her. They lost money. They don't know why they work with me. And I said, "What are you talking about? You were happy. You paid me in full. You left me a good review." She's like, "Well, my social media went down 50%. I'm like, "Blame your social media person."
No, maybe you showed who she really was in whatever you did for her, and people are like, "Oh, she is a stuck-up bitch," or she is, you know, someone that's angry all the time, or has her own opinion and doesn't listen to other people, or she's got a broom up her ass.
She's lucky I didn't sue her for defamation, because there was a few people that didn't want to work with me after that.
Yeah, we've never met eye to eye. And she blocked me on Facebook because I said she did a shit burnout in her Jeep. And I did one better. And I'm like, oh, whatever, dude.
Here's the funny thing. She thinks she's the queen of morality, when in reality, she is from, I think, Arizona, moved to Florida, became a stripper, became a homewrecker,
Yes.
and married into wealth, and thought, "I made it."
And treats him like shit at
Yeah.
the same time.
And calls for people to get killed. The queen of morality.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is
Make
what
it make sense.
this is what it goes back to, like, this stuff that she said, "Do Trump next." Like, you'd never verbalize that. You always kept that in your head. If you wanted to harm someone, you wouldn't come out and tell everybody. Like, if anything, it'd be in your little group of friends of 10 people you used to hang out with and go, "Man, you know, this and this and whatever else." You're getting on social media and saying something on social media that not only 10 people see, thousands upon thousands of people are going to see that now. And then it gets shared, and it gets shared again, and
And she's a business owner. Next thing you know, they had to shut down their social media.
No, her husband's a business owner. She's just a tag along.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So apparently, I don't know who she's working for now. I've heard she was working for Holly, I think. She's working for now. So
Oh, she's like actually employed by them?
yeah, I think so. I think that's where she's at.
Probably not anymore.
No, I don't think so. No, it blew up all over my Facebook. I saw it and I'm just like, huh. You know, as the funny thing is too, she only lives probably an hour and a half away from me. And I was in Costco, and she's lost a bit of weight, so she looks a little different. But I picked her out from a freaking I could pick her out just as soon as she opens her mouth. I could be blind and go, "Oh yeah, Shauna's over there." Well, we're walking around, and I'm with Justine, and she's like, you can see in her face, she's like, "Oh man, I know that guy. I just can't put my finger on it." And I just said to Justine, I said, "I know who that is. I am not opening my mouth. Because as soon as I open my mouth, she's going to know exactly who I am." And I'm just watching her, and she's still treating her husband the exact same way as I've known her, as like her little bitch. And I'm
Those
just
must
like,
be some. That must have been a really good boob job, because I mean, for her to be a stripper, lift her shirt, and him be like, "Oh my god, I need to marry those."
Well, I was working at a shop at a time, and I was told by the owner of, "Hey, someone's going to come grab their Jeep. She's pretty, you know, she's got a set on her. Like, don't go staring on her. Like, you know, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Hey, whatever, dude." She came, got her Jeep, and left. And I said to the person, I go, "Did that girl come?" And he's like, "Yeah, she already came and went." And I said, "Are you talking about that fat one that walked past?" And he's like, "I don't say she's fat." And I'm like, "Well, she looked fat to me. So if that was her, I think you need glasses." Because that ain't good looking.
She's very weather worn.
Yeah, she's something, all right.
She's very leathery.
Something, but just
it's because she's a snake. That might be why.
Well, and then she's very outspoken when sometimes you just need to not be. You learn more if you shut the fuck up. You don't have to have an opinion about every conversation that you hear or you stand next to.
Here's the thing. Not a lot of moderate liberals have come out to say, hey, shut up, people. You're kind of messing up our party here.
Yep.
I think
because they're conservatives now.
Well, that too, but also one of the more center left of the left, Fetterman, was just like, I can't believe this. And then these people why are you celebrating this? Like him of all people being the most level-headed?
Yeah.
But he's come out level-headed since Trump has come back into power.
Yes, he has.
Like he is like,
he's not red-pilled yet, but he's on the...
But it's like, you know what? You just got woke up.
Yeah.
You're like, you've been brainwashed. Now you're coming out of it, and he's starting to see it.
So you know the comedian Bill Maher.
Yeah, he's. I don't know. I think he's playing the crowd.
You think so? Because it looks like he's on the verge of being red pill too.
You can't be so far left and come so far to the right so fast.
Well, he's also said to the far left that you're losing me left. He's come out and said that he's no longer really left. He's more center left.
Yeah, because he has to. And here's the reason why. He's on late night TV.
Yeah, but I think part of it is when he had dinner with Trump. I think he realized, you know what? I could have been wrong.
Maybe.
I think I was wrong.
Maybe. But I think that he sees now that his viewers are more red than blue. And he's like, well, you know what? If I'm watching all these other people lose their Saturday Night Live shows, I better move to the Reds.
You don't think it has anything to do with his real opinion?
I don't think so. They're all fake. You don't know how to take them because they just appease the crowd. They're like, it's okay. It's like this. If you're a stand-up comedian and you're at a show and your jokes aren't getting any laughs, you're getting booed. Are you either going to say the same jokes or are you going to change the jokes to get laughs?
Well, I don't know if he was really getting booed.
But he's losing ratings.
Everyone's losing ratings at that
because they're on the blue side.
Well, no, I think it's because of X. X has dominated, and so has YouTube.
Yeah, you still get the same people watching late night TV.
Do you know who Tim Pool is?
Yes, I know Tim Pool.
Timcast.
Mm-hmm.
So
I watched him. I haven't watched him for a while because he lost me for a little bit because
he's not right. He's very libertarian.
Yeah.
So that could be one reason why he lost you, but he's very well spoken and he comes across extremely level headed and he doesn't play a side. I mean, he tells it like it is, and even he's being hated and getting death threats from the left.
Maybe I'll start watching him again. The one I can't stop watching is Steven Crowder. Like
he can piss off.
You don't like Steven Crowder?
Oh, Crowder. So I thought you were talking about what's his face that just won the Emmy for the participation trophy. Colbert.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Colbert. No, not Colbert. Not Colbert.
Crowder's funny. Crowder is funny.
No, fuck that guy. He is nothing but he's. I don't even know how he got that show to begin with, because he's not funny.
He's not.
It's not funny. And late night TV was to be funny.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't meant to be political.
Nope. You hung shit on the political. Either side. Both sides. It wasn't just one side.
Yeah.
Because they were your main target. You target both sides. Because then you appease both sides of your audience. So, I don't know. It's just stupid.
I got to be honest with something, though. I'm really happy that I went to that church because I was on the verge of a, I don't want to say a breakdown, but of really questioning a lot of things without seeking the answer. And I think it just really goes back to what me and Armando had talked about a long time ago. It was men's mental health. We don't talk about it. And it popped in my head too. If I don't talk about it, it's just going to fester. Mm-hmm. So Armando, I wanted to thank you for letting me talk about that during that episode, that we should talk about it. That was one reason why I went to the church.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things that we have to soldier up and push down as men, and you always have to be strong, and regardless of how much they try to feminize men and water down what men are, and the mansplaining freaking thing is that you're still relied upon to be a rock and to be able to be a force for your family, regardless if it's your wife, your children, your any relatives or whatever. It is like, in the worst of everything, it's 99% push to the men to be the rock for this. And where do you go when you're feeling like you can't be the rock? Mm-hmm. is the thing. And that's where the men's mental health comes in, where sometimes it's just blowing off steam. For me, it's just talking to you guys every week. I mean, is nothing or as much as we talk about, it's still that time, the time that I get to just sit back and stop, or sit on the couch, and I'll turn the TV on. I'll sit at the couch and pour myself a glass of rum, and I won't even watch the damn TV. I won't think about anything. The phone could be next to me. I won't think about anything. It's just that time for me to reflect and think and go over things. Think about things I did right. Think about things I did wrong. Think about my kids. Think about my wife. Think about my family. Think about my house. Think anything that could possibly be in my mind. Just I sit back there and I run through all the scenarios and do this in my head, and it's my self-help. But still, there's other times where it's the help that I get from even just joking around, just having a good time, just a day in the campfire. It's the big reason that the hero thing is such a big relief for me. Yeah. To see those guys actually find a spot and have a release, and it's guys and girls. It's not just guys. It's men and women that we all have this, but we're relied upon a little bit more to be that rock, and we have to have an outlet and an avenue to be able to calm yourself in the storms.
Yeah. Well,
so really quick, talking about that, just you want to bring up this past weekend?
I was getting there. Yeah, so
I'm sorry.
Men's health. This past weekend we did Hero. We did trail days. We're supporting Hero Off Road. We donated. We raised I think $12,500.
Yeah, about 12,000. Yeah,
about 12,000. But he's talking about men's health at the same time. Like one of the guys up there was having a really hard time. I kind of knew something was going on back a couple of weeks ago. We had a chat, and I could hear it. I talked to him a lot, and I could hear in his voice there was something going on. I'm pretty sure he was on the verge of tears when he hung up with me. So I made it a point to, when I go up there, because I knew he was going, was to find out what was happening. And he pretty much came to me. We went out to dinner on Friday night when we got there, and he sort of told me a little bit what was going on, and I just tried to help him as much as I could, just to be to listen, to let him get it off his chest.
Yeah, just be an ear. Sometimes you just need to be an ear.
And he said, I'm just gonna, after dinner, I said, well, I'm just gonna go back to the hotel and probably just do, I don't know what I was doing, but he said, I'm probably gonna go up and just park up somewhere and just look at the stars. And I said, it's kind of funny because I saw him the next day and he was a completely different person. Not completely different. He still had a bit of worry, but you could see that the weight was lifted off his shoulders. And we had a chat about, my grounding of myself was when I was living out west, that I could literally drive to the Grand Canyon, sit on the edge of the Grand Canyon and look down and go, man, I am so high up to the floor of that canyon, and then look up and go, I am so far from getting out of this earth. I'm literally this big. Like, I'm not even a grain of dust. If I'm looking at a grain of dust down there, imagine how small I am to whoever's looking up there, to that grain of dust. And that everything else didn't matter. It didn't matter who I was angry at. It didn't matter what was going on in my life. It didn't matter, because I'm this little speck. And we're all just like a bunch of ants running around doing stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
And once we spoke about that, you could see him just unraveling everything, going, you know what? I don't need to stress about what I'm stressing about.
Yes. So, sometimes you realize that you are just the dust in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps ground even the worst of the problems that you could think that are laying upon you. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks to be in that. You're in financial issues, marital issues, whatever issues that you're going through. It sucks to be in that spot. But when you realize that what that your relativity to the universe is, it's still minor problems.
Yeah.
There's way more that you can do that's more positive and better building for you going down the road than be stuck in that avenue, little spot.
And because it clears your mind, it gives you an idea of a clearer vision of, how do I get out of what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm in financial struggle, how do I fix that now? Because I don't have all this blockage up here of me thinking about what I can't do. And being depressed.
Right. Now you're open to, how do I fix it? You're back to being whole
positive.
and positive and going, okay, what can I do to fix it? Okay, it might hurt a little bit, but I got to stop freaking buying this.
Yes.
I buy this and I need to get rid of this financial problem. You know what? I got to suck it up. Maybe I got to take out a consolidation loan. Maybe it's time for a bankruptcy. Whatever that might be, that helps alleviate that and gets you in a better spot is what you have to do. Right. Because you see the alternative. The alternative is not good for anyone. It creates way more problems than the one problem that you think you're doing by eliminating yourself. That doesn't work. It doesn't help.
I didn't get to that mindset, thankfully, but I did have the opposite feeling where I wanted to unalive other people. And that's the one thing that I feared, because of the lifestyle that I used to have, is I don't want that capability to come out, because I've had that rage before. Not necessarily acting on doing that sort of thing, but I've had that rage before and have come close to doing it. Being that close to doing it, I know I can do it if I had to. And that's the thing that scared me the most.
But then
I didn't want to. I have too much to lose. There's no way I want to get in that position and put my wife in that position.
Yeah, but okay, look at it this way too. If you unalive those people, how does it impact your life? Does it change your life for the good, or does it change your life for the bad?
And that's why I knew that, and that's why I needed to seek someone to talk to.
Yeah,
it just felt like the right place to go to was talk to a priest.
Yeah,
so
your car's too slow to come talk to me so fast, but it's okay.
So yeah, I went to it was funny because I went in and I was like, okay, I saw the sign at Shelbyville Baptist Church, and I didn't know what kind of church to go to, but it was on my way home. I was on my way home when I got that message. So that's when I was the most pissed off and raged, so I was like, all right. So I asked them kind of like really curiously, and then I realized what a stupid question it was, but I said, well, what denomination is this place? And he says, Baptist. And I said, I don't know why I asked. I don't know what that would ever mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it. I was like, maybe I should know what all, what that would mean before I come here, because I could have, I don't know what I was walking into.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's the idea is there. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like if you don't, it's probably better that you didn't have a preconceived notion of where you're going, and you just talk to someone who felt what you were feeling, related to how to address your feelings, and then found a way to give you some sort of feedback and feeling that would make you change how you were feeling. And that's all it meant. That's all it is. And it doesn't really matter what the denomination is. Is it a positive feedback to put you back in the right state of mind is all it is. And, what is it? Oh geez, my probably one of my favorite movie quotes is "Religion is the opiate of the masses." And basically, it doesn't really matter what church you are and what it is. It's more of a directional ideal for people to put faith in when they're lost with anything else. And some people keep on it from birth, because that's what the family always did. But that's the same thing. You align with that compass keeps you going in a direction where you stay in that lane. And you see the opposite when people go the opposite way and everything deviates from it. And me being not really a church person, I understand this. And it's the one thing that like I said, my daughter has been really big on church. I mean, she's full in. Like, she's there on Sunday, she's there on Thursday, she's there on Tuesday. She's now a counselor at a camp up in Williams, so they're doing weekend retreats up at the main church cabin area, and she's out there helping and guiding people and doing stuff on her own. And I didn't dissuade her from doing that. I didn't push her to do that. Nothing. She did it on her own and found her place where she wants to be. And that's what it is. It's all about finding something that is good for you mentally, in your soul, in your heart, and everywhere, regardless of whatever it is.
Yeah. If I had purple hair right now, I'd say that was a cult.
Yeah, and that's the. I'm not going to say it, but that was one of the. That was one of the statements that happened from the parental side when that started happening, and it's like, all right, you're sure it's not a cult, like you're making sure you're checking out these, but no, because she goes to a church down here when she's home. And she has her youth groups, or here it's now her young adult group, because she's now turned 18. So she's in this young adult group, and she has friends and people that she hangs out with, and it's what's down here. And then she has a church that she goes up there, and it's a lot of the college students. So it's more of the college life.
Up in Flagstaff.
Yeah, up in Flagstaff. Yep. And then they go to the camp out at Williams. Yep. And for your Grand Canyon story. We're sitting the other day and I'm looking at the Live 360. I'm like, what the fuck is she traveling 85 miles per hour down the 40? Like, where the hell is she going? They don't have camp this weekend. So Kim calls her and she's like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, me and my friends decided we're going to the Grand Canyon to watch the sunset. She's an hour and a half from the Grand Canyon. She just got in the car and went, just paid the $30, went in, took the little tram, went out to a little thing, sat there, took pictures with the sunset over the canyon and everything. And she's like, this was the greatest day ever. I don't know why we don't do it more often. It's like for three or four of us go, it's $10, $15 each for them to go do that, to go see the sunset, and to say that you can do that from where you're at. That it just brings more of what else are doing to their ideal of church, God, and unity, and keeping their life together.
There's something
that's the difference between.
Go on, guys.
Yeah, that's the difference between what is more productive at her age than what I was doing at my age. Less productive. I was taking a 3-hour drive to Las Vegas and just getting plastered.
Drunk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know how this kid is our kid. She doesn't. She will not drink. She goes to church. I'm like, how the hell do we make this kid? This is a freaking perfect kid. And how do we make this? Not that the other one is not perfect, but she's just different, and she has her own ideals and her own way of life, and she's great, and I love her. I love them both, but this one is just different.
Yeah, I think too, people's mindset comes from being in that concrete jungle that it's just like a constantly four walls around you, that you can't appreciate life because all you're seeing is those four walls. Even though you are stepping outside, you don't grasp the size of where you are. Because when you get out and you get into the country, and like even with the mountains here, I feel claustrophobic because you can't see them. You drive down the road and you can't see them because there's trees right beside you, and you can't see through the trees. So you can't really see where you're at unless you get above the tree line. You get to see the mountains, then you go, well, like the Smokies, and you go, well, you know what? I can see pretty far. But when you go out west and you see how flat it is, and you can see 3 times the distance of where you have to go to, that it does something to people. I guarantee it changes people when you do that. Because even though when I lived in Australia, we've got some vast land out there. When I first came to the States and I dipped in, and you guys will know it, when you come from LA into Vegas and you come over the rise, you come down
past Zizix and down in there, and you see that road,
straight road to the horizon. You go, holy shit, I am never going to get there because it's so damn long.
I guess you've never driven I-70 going through Kansas then.
I have, and it sucked.
It sucks so bad.
It's the same part when I go through Texas. I do it at nighttime.
Oh, Texas! It feels like you're driving through there for 4 days.
And I do it at nighttime.
It is 4 days. And you can do 85, 90, and it still takes for days.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm going to be going to church very, very often or anything like that, but I have a lot more questions that I want to go talk to Pastor Ryan about. I don't know. My beliefs are changing. I will say that, and it's thanks to Charlie Kirk for one thing, and unfortunately, it's also because of Charlie Kirk. But I'm easing into this like an old man into a warm bath, just because I still have questions. And
just hold your balls up so they don't jump in water.
That's a very good idea.
No, that's good. I mean, like I said, there's so many things. That's been something that's passed through my mind, is like, when she comes down, do I talk to her about the church? Do we make a plan that when she comes down next time that we actually go in and attend and see what she's seeing, how she's viewing, what differences, maybe even her perspective changes my perspective on my ideals of what organized religion is. I don't know yet. I haven't made that decision yet, but this is one of those things, as you're saying, it changes a lot of things, and it's putting a lot of questions into my head on where I'm at, what I'm doing, and how I want to continue the rest of my life, and how we need to either find a base or find some sort of level ground to sit my ass on.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I also want to take this opportunity to let any liberal friends know that are listening, if you're still listening, we don't hate you. We really don't. It's just that you're temperamental, and it's hard to discuss things when one side's throwing poop and the other side's trying to feed you. So
it's just to have a conversation.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
We know it's not all of you. We know it's not all of you, and a lot of you. We know that you have Christian values. We know your morals are there and are high, We agree on a lot of things. Just because you hate one person or dislike one person's ideas or policies doesn't mean we hate you or you have to hate us.
Yeah, no, it's a conversation. The idea is having the conversation when you disagree on something, have a conversation. It's not just, we've become so used to, and I think social media is kind of the breeding this. It's whatever I am behind is the best, and whatever you have is shit if you're not with me. You're either on my team or against me. And even so, even people on the same team even have the battles because, I like this orange one better than that red one. And this is where Jeep clubs all break apart because of that.
Or iPhone versus Samsung, there's just this like, I honestly believe the demise of where we are now, it started from social media.
Yeah.
If we didn't have social media,
Guarantee
it's been a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, there's two faces of social media.
Yes.
The friendship and the fun, the friendship, the fun, the everything that happens that Facebook was supposed to be bringing out for us was great. Then they changed the algorithm and they changed it up, and then now they're feeding you what they think you want to hear instead of keeping it open and fair and honest like it used to be.
MySpace Tom had something going on, and then we had to go and ruin it. We're no longer top 10 friends anymore.
Yeah.
MySpace was probably not a good idea either. But
well, it probably would have changed because at some point, what changed? What changed with Facebook? Facebook had to make money. They had to find a way to make money.
They were also being told to censor us. Remember? I mean, it's been
that was after they changed money, but
yes, but that didn't help.
Yeah, well, think about Facebook 2012, 2011, like in that initial where you were actually able to find friends, companies were able to actually show product, and you actually saw the company products. How many of the companies that you follow on Facebook do you actually see their posts with any regularity? You don't. Because they allowed you to come in and create these big accounts, and then they said, well, now you got to pay us to be able for people to see you. So now you don't see half the stuff that, or even 95% of the stuff that you told them that you wanted to see. And now you get all this other shit. You got ads and you get other follow these pages.
Way worse now.
I'm like, I don't want to follow this page. I like a page that I like. Show me the fucking page I like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You don't see the page you like.
Yeah. If someone else,
I have a cousin that's a teacher, and I was like, I wanted to see what her opinion was on, because she's more right than left by far, and I wanted to see if she had an opinion on these teachers getting fired. And so I was like, I went to her Facebook page because she wasn't coming up on my main feed. And I start scrolling. I'm like, wait a minute. I should have been seeing these posts. Like, why am I not seeing my family's posts?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on here?
Exactly. And that's all that changed. And all the algorithms have changed. Remember, I mean, if you did any social media advertising or promotion back in those days, there was always like, oh, now you got to change this. Oh no, they changed the algorithm. Now you got to do this. Oh, now you got to do this. So now the hashtag was a big thing, and then it was this, and then it was that. So all these changes that have gone through the whole time there, it's all it's done is made you the product. Mm-hmm. You're just a product. Everything
Same
on.
with influencers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have. They're not selling anything. They're really not peddling anything.
No,
they have ads. They have ads.
Yeah, but it's you're now the product, because whatever money that Facebook makes is off of advertising and selling you whatever people are paying to get advertising. And funny thing is, it sucks because that's what I do for a business. So, but the idea of it is there. People, you just going to understand. There's a targeting. There's certain things that you're looking for. There's a demographic. If you've ever set up a Facebook ad or any sort of marketing, even on Google, it asks, okay, what do your customers look like? They like this. What are their age groups? Are they male? Are they female? Who do you want to actually cater to? And that's how you get that to pull through. So you're a product. You're the product.
There was a video that I saw of a parent posting this, and they asked their kid, who's your favorite social media influencer? And the kid said Speed. And my reaction was the same as the parent. The parent said, who's Speed? And he said, he races people. He's like, with cars? He's like, no, he runs. They run against each other. They on a foot race. He says, that's all he does? And the kid was like, yeah, kind of, like, so why do you like him? He says, I don't know. Parent asked, do you like running? Kid's like, no. Do you want to run? No. Why do you watch him? I don't know. That's what the life of an influencer is hooking a kid onto your channel for nothing.
Yeah, well,
you're not educating him. You're not providing him a service. They've somehow marginalized entertainment.
Yeah, and the whole purpose of that of these influencers is that they're going to get paid for the number of views that they get, because what happens there is, you know what, on that little right ribbon in YouTube or between commercials, between videos is a commercial. Mm-hmm. Because now you're the product. They've actually given you an audience to promote and push the product that they want to sell, because you the audience are the product.
And then we have a whole bunch of copycats that are using Instagram and just flooding people's everything. There's no purpose to it. Like, you're trying to be famous for what? Free parts?
Yeah, it's pretty much like give me a lifestyle that I want.
Like, who didn't like? And then these girls, like, who didn't give you enough attention for you to just be sticking your ass out?
Yeah,
like, that's not cute.
Yeah, it's when you have nothing else to give but that, you give that. Yeah, you have nothing else besides that to get ahead in life, then that's what you get. I mean, it's been forever. I mean, look at these women that marry these rich guys, and they're like, they got nothing else to give. They don't really care. They don't really have to talk to the guy. The guy doesn't care. He just wants this cute hot wife, and she can go shopping. She can just go do whatever and whatever and that's what you get. And it's humans. And the men, let's go the opposite of this. The men are the ones that are responsible for it.
Yeah, because they're paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say because I've never paid for anything online or video or whatever. Or I've never put a penny to an OnlyFans page or anything like that.
What about that time you went to Thailand?
Just the one time. But for the record, it was a guy. So come on.
It was a 2-for-1.
The thing is, it is the men that are the ones that are footing the bill. They're the one that are putting the money out there. It's a man problem too. It's not just a women. It's a man problem.
Is it more of a man problem, or is it more of low moral standard problem for everyone involved? The man and the woman.
It is. It's a sociological breakdown at every level with it, with between men and women. And like I said, the whole point of me saying it's men is because it's not one side or the other. It is both. Both are just as guilty for their crimes. I mean, it's not illegal, but I mean, for their passion or whatever, the deviance.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the oldest profession in the world. Why? because men will
Self.
pay and women have it.
Yeah. That's why Victoria's Secret is a secret. I don't know what that meant. But. I might have to edit that part out. Because I wanted to sound brilliant, and it just didn't sound brilliant.
Unbelievable.
No, it's believable. You forget who you're talking to.
Oh, look at this. A show about something, finally.
Yes.
We have substance. Yeah, for those that are, if you're just catching this show for the first time, thank you for coming and welcome. But usually we talk about off-road things and
Stupid shit.
stupid crap. And yeah, this just happened to be one of those things where we had to talk about this,
Yeah,
get our feelings out, just clear our head, and maybe other people are feeling the same way, and they wanted to listen to this and
hear different perspectives.
Yeah.
We all came in with this. We all came in with the same ideal of how we were feeling different feelings from all three of us. But I think we all kind of see that we're all feeling that, and it just needed to be brought up and brought out and discussed and cleared a little bit.
yeah. Next time we'll be back on our bullshit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Next week's some bullshit, nothing.
So it also just came out that Charlie's murderer was arraigned today. Multiple charges. They're gonna apply for the death penalty.
Look, you know what? There only needs to be one charge.
There does, but they're gonna set an example. I mean,
Yeah.
rightfully so. There's also pending federal charges.
Because they want the death penalty.
Yeah, they don't need federal charges for the death penalty
Utah
in Utah.
has the death
Because
penalty.
Utah's death penalty.
But federally, they're trying to get it televised, like a public
That'd be
execution.
There was also a press conference earlier from the FBI, and there's a lot of information that came out and might answer some questions on that day, what happened. The timeline is interesting because it sounds like this is a lone wolf, and he caught everyone off guard. There was some hints that he might do something, or he was talking about it. There's complete evidence showing that how he scaled to the roof. He scaled down from a floor below. It was an easy drop off. They found him, or imprints of him, laying in prone position. Perfect site for where Charlie was. They found the text messages. There was a note that he left for his boyfriend, that is his so-called roommate boyfriend, the transvestite. He sent a text after the shooting saying, "There's a note under my keyboard. Go look at it." And the full transcript is online, but it goes into detail where the boyfriend didn't know that this was happening, didn't know that his boyfriend was the shooter, and questioned, "Why did you do this?" The boyfriend was told to delete messages, not to talk to the police, not to talk to media. The parents saw the pictures of the kid from the TV, and they both thought the same thing. That looks like our son. The dad sent a text message to the kid. Where's grandpa's gun? The mom sent a text message to the kid. Where are you? Kid lied to the mom, said that he was at home, that he's been home for 2 days sick.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it can't. How can it be a lone wolf when there's text messages saying, "Go pick up the rifle in the trees"?
No, he was saying that he needs to go pick it up. That he needed to go pick it up, but there was police around, so he couldn't. He missed his opportunity, and he was hoping that his fingerprints weren't on it. I looked up the gun that he used. It's a Mauser. It's an older rifle. I think production around 1944. That can be broken down into two pieces. And they did say that it was broken down, and one part was stuffed down his pant leg. When he was exiting the facility, it was assembled. You could see it in the video where he jumps off the roof and picks it up and runs along. So there's going to be a lot of conspiracy theories on this. They think that there was two guys standing behind Charlie.
There's already a muzzle flash in the window that they're trying to say, oh, you got shot from behind. Like, how can you get shot from behind on an angle the way it was, and his body do this? Like,
the exit wound would have been on his front side, and exit wounds are much bigger than that.
Yeah,
especially from the 30-06.
The guys that they talk about giving the signs, if you watch more videos, as they come up to the line, they're always there. They're basically communicating to the guys running, whoever comes up to the stage, to get someone else or go after someone a certain person or a certain look or a certain something. And so that's basically their internal signals between security guys and getting people up onto the mic. Or get pushed out of the crowd if they're a little rowdy or whatever.
Did you see the conspiracy one where the police officer comes around the corner and gives one of the security guys something in his hand he puts in his pocket? Did you see that?
No.
They're all going, oh, what was that? It's a challenge coin. They do it all the time. You know, they hand the coins off to each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
I have a few.
It's like, you guys are just... Like, you're just trying to put so much conspiracy out there that you're trying to hide the truth. Because... Well,
it's not only that, but it's become the norm now to think all of our past conspiracy theories, because they become no longer theories, they're actually true, that these will also become true because we've become so good at predicting these things.
Yeah, well...
And not only that, but it's natural for these people to have the tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. But anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's disrespectful to the gentlemen that were standing behind Charlie to say that they were implicated in his murder, because one of them, the guy that was in the white hat, is one of his best friends. The other guy in the black shirt has been in his videos since I've been watching them.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're always making those references. It's a communication. It's a non-verbal communication in case their communication gets hacked. They have their signs and what to do, how to do it, and how the day has to go. It's simple.
Yeah. And if I was going to be standing next to someone that I knew I was going to shoot, I wouldn't be standing next to someone in the trajectory of gunfire.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you knew he was going to be at 200 yards. I mean, from a kid and with an old gun. Yeah. There's a little deviation there. It's not always going to end up where it's going to go.
And if he's assembling and disassembling that rifle on the go, that scope is not going to exactly be zeroed in. Exactly, because, and here's the thing. So I've seen a couple of other conspiracy theories on the bullet. And was he wearing a vest? There's video of him leaning, or a photo of him leaning back in his chair, and you can see his back fat fold over the back of the chair. So I'm wondering, because they have said that he was wearing a vest. So I'm wondering if he was wearing a neoprene type compression vest with the actual plate underneath it, because you can still see his nipple when he's sitting there. And I have a plate, and the plate does not cover the nipple. It only covers your vitals, and it's very small. So it's actually between the nipples. The coverage is only between the nipples. If it was a direct neck shot, that hole in that blood would have been coming out the back.
Yeah. So
you could see his shirt kind of lift up and go towards up his neck. And that indicates that it came off of the collar of the plate of the vest and went directly up into his neck, which explains why they couldn't find an exit hole, because the shrapnel, that's what it was. At that point, it's shrapnel because it's a deflection. It went up and into his brain, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They said he was dead at the hospital when they arrived. So, I mean, that much of blood. He probably hit the jugular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there was, I mean, even if they had a doctor right there with the needle and thread, the chances of him surviving were slim.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fucking. I wish I didn't see those videos, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when Justine said that Charlie Kirk just got shot. I was like, who? Because it didn't hit straight away. And I said, who is it? And she's trying to find it on her phone. And she's like, it's Charlie Kirk. And I'm like, how? Where? How did it happen? And then you saw the footage and all the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not, he's dead. He was just shot. So
right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it could have been in his arm. It could have been in his shoulder.
First thing I saw was the shot, and then the second video I saw was the close up with the blood from the neck as he's falling over, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's not good.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Charlie.
Yes.
You're a good man. Thank you for being a patriot. Thank you for opening up a lot of kids' eyes, a lot of people's eyes. Sad. It had to come to this.
Well, and the thing is, you always say you want to change, you want to make a change and do something good with your life. A lot of people don't get to do that. He's definitely done that.
Yeah.
Like the way you see the movement right now, he's fast tracked it with his death. Because now it's going to run rife. It's going to be like a virus, and it's just going to spread now.
They didn't know that he would. This happening would turn him into a martyr. Mm-hmm. They didn't see this coming. I mean, obviously, because when you're not mentally capable of accepting certain information because your mind is so young and can still be shaped by so much influence, these things happen. It's the mind virus that everyone talks about. You don't think 2 steps ahead because you only see what's right in front of you. And then this happens. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you that if this kid told a political leader, hey, I'm going to take Charlie out for you, okay? The political leader would have said, you know what? No. You know what's going to happen if you do this?
Yeah, it's going to get worse. It's going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to silence someone in person than not them be there.
Yeah.
I call it the inconvenient truth is what these people will not accept. Even if it's half of the inconvenient truth, they still won't accept it. I hope Trump designates Antifa as a terrorist.
Yeah, they need to be.
Domestic organization. If you ask people in Seattle if they should be, they'll say yes because they're running neighborhoods now. Mm-hmm. Look at what happened in Biden's term. I mean, they're closing down streets. They had their own Chad, or what was it called?
Yeah.
CHOP or something.
Yeah, they need to be disbanded, arrested, tried, and put in jail for all the lives that were lost in the summer of 2020, because they were the cause of it.
Mm-hmm. And Biden said it's just an idea. Antifa's not real. It's just an idea.
Yeah, no, it's not an idea. It's an organization.
Yeah.
Because an idea does not make money. An idea does not have a bank account. An idea doesn't have followers. An idea is just not an organization, full stop.
Yeah. NGOs can't hide anymore. And that's the funny thing.
Yeah.
We've gone way past our 1 hour mark.
Holy shit.
So we shall not bore anyone anymore. One more time, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. You're going to be missed.
Yes.
So, everyone, if you're struggling with this like I was, reach out. Hit us up on our Facebook, whatever, if you have to. Call a friend.
Instant message me. Instant message anyone who's got my number. Text me, call me, whatever.
We're all available.
I'm not going to claim that I know the answers, but I will be an ear to listen.
Yeah. If you have my phone number, of course, just call me. If you have my email, call me. I'm a Facebook friends. Message me. If I'm on X. Geez Louise. It's easy to find me. Yeah. So.
All right. Till
All right,
next
everyone.
week.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
See ya.
See ya.